Anyway, in listening to him talk about the writing of Just Beyond Yourself, he's talking about, he was sitting with his friend John O'Donohue, which many of you may have read some John O'Donohue before. But he's sitting with his friend John O'Donohue, and he's telling his friend, I'm thinking of giving my father some money to help him. And he says, here's how much I'm thinking. And John O'Donohue says, oh, double that. And so he says, okay. And he says, I'm going to give this amount. And he doubles the amount. And his friend challenges him again and says, double that amount. And so David White says, I did. I said, okay, I will. And he says, and I did. And it was one of the best things I've done. It really tremendously helped my father at that time in his life. And he talked about it in the scale of, in regards to friendships, sometimes the role that friendship plays in, just getting us to think a little bit more about, what is a little bit out of our realm of how we may be thinking. And so anyway, this was the impetus for his writing of the poem, Just Beyond Yourself. And I find it, for myself, very thought-provoking, as in, I often say, this is what I'll do, or this is what, but I wonder if there isn't another way, or a little more. So I'm gonna go take my seat. We'll sit a little. I'll share this reading with you, and then we'll move on with our practice. Oh, let's see. I need my glasses. So going ahead and taking a comfortable seat. Allowing yourself to connect to the ground. And lengthen your spine towards the sky. Deepening your breath and beginning to practice your Ujjayi breathing, or the balanced inhale and exhale. And practicing this in the 1-to-1 ratio to start. There is a road always beckoning. When you see the two sides of it closing together at that far horizon, and deep in the foundations of your own heart at exactly the same time. I'll read that part again. There is a road always beckoning. When you see the two sides of it closing together at that far horizon and deep in the foundations of your own heart at exactly the same time. That's how you know it's where you have to go. That's how you know it's the road you have to follow. That's how you know. It's just beyond yourself. It's where you need to be. And can you drop your attention also down into the space of your heart? And do you find yourself leaping back up into the mind again? See if you can really rest into, with the movement of the breath, all around the space of your heart. Can you keep your attention in that space? The space that knows that there isn't a right or a wrong or a good or a bad, or a should or a shouldn't, but the space that just knows there may be a need or a want, but it also knows how to listen. And letting go of any control on your breath, but still keeping your attention just inside that heart space, and also inside that space of your breath without controlling it. How is your body being breathed? And bringing your hands together in front of your heart, the space of the heart where there is no doubt, it is clear. And also not feeding the seeds in the mind of fear, but really resting into this space of the heart. So I'll chant the sound of Om, and I'll sing Loka Samasta, Sukhi no Bhavantu. May all beings in all realms find peace and happiness. And may my words and actions support this. And taking a deep inhale. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. And with your next exhale, you can bow your head towards your heart. And then release your hands and lift your gaze. So I'd like to start with you lying on your back this morning. So if you'll come onto your back, you can either, you're welcome to put a blanket underneath you if you want more padding. But lie on the back with the knees bent, feet flat on the floor. And once you do drop down there, can you drop down into the presence of the breath again? Can you notice where your body is touching the ground? So you feel the back of the head, your upper back, the back of the pelvis, your heels, balls of the feet, and all 10 toes. And taking a deep inhale, with your next exhale, lift your heels and walk the balls of the feet a little closer towards your sit bones. So with the heels lifted, I want you to just find a little deep abdominal support, the wrapping of the transversus abdominis all the way around your side body, your lower ribs, coming up all the way from your groin and the pubic bone, everything drawing into midline. And when you connect to that place, do you feel how the body and its connection to the ground, there's a little more surface area at the back of the pelvis. It's coming up slightly higher. As you keep the lower ribs down, you feel that connection. And you might also notice that now the breath is not in your belly. You can't breathe into the belly when you've got this deep abdominal tone. The breath, can you bring it into your back rib cage? And then with your next exhale, can you float the feet from the ground? Just let the lower legs dangle. So you're feeling a little deeper, a deeper demand. And then with your next exhale, go ahead, lower the toes, the ball of the foot, the heels, and release. Just feeling that support of the ground. Like you feel that like, whoa, my gosh, feels so good to be supported by the ground right now. Inhale again. Exhale, lift the heels. Keep the lower ribs sliding down. Pick up the toes. So here you have a choice you're going to have to make. I want you to notice your connection to the ground. If you lift your lower legs parallel to the floor, do you still have the same surface area at the back body? If you do, if you can still stay really connected to the floor at the back body, then you can have the shins up. But if once you lifted your legs, you feel the lower ribs popping up and you're arching your low back, then leave the lower legs dangling. And with your next exhale, we're going to do just a little toe tap, right toe down, back up. and the left. So you're either doing it with the lower legs dangling, or you've got the shins parallel to the floor and you're doing it that way. Whichever choice you make sure it's a choice that's in integrity. And that you're listening on the inside to your body. And you're going to do one more on the right and one more on the left. Then you'll lower both feet and the heels and release and rest and feel the support of the earth again. And what the breath does. So now we're going to add a movement. So if you'll take your arms out wide like wings, you've got both feet on the floor. And let's see, connect to your inhale. And as you exhale, pick up the left knee, right arm. And then release. Left foot comes back, right arm back out wide. Inhale the other one. Right knee, left arm, exhale, release. So with a lot of attention and awareness, one more time, right arm, left leg, down, brace, left arm, right leg, down with grace. Now you're gonna rest for a moment and we're gonna add a turn of your head. So deep breath in, exhale, right arm, left knee, turn your head towards your left. And as you exhale, the right arm, left knee, turn the head back to center. Switch. Right knee, left arm, turn your head to the right. And as you release, turn your head back to center. Keep going. So when you lift the right arm, left knee, you're rotating your head towards your left hand, which is on the ground. You're lowering them down. And when you pick up right foot, left arm, you're rotating your head to the right. And you're lowering that back down. Okay, can you do two more on each side? And then you slowly come back to center. There's the feet on the floor, the arms out wide, and you're resting down into the ground again. All right, and now let's roll over to one side. Use your arms, press yourself up to all fours. Table, so here you are in table. We're gonna do a similar movement. So just listen to the guidance that I'm gonna try to be really clear with here. So you're gonna take right leg back, left arm out, and the right toes are on the ground. Left arm's out to the side, right toes are on the floor. And with your next exhale, take your left arm forward, pick up the right leg. Inhale there, and with your exhale, bringing the right knee into your chest, bending the left arm, you're bringing right knee towards your nose, left arm goes back, go back out, extend the right leg, extend the left arm, and then lower the knee and the hand back to the ground. Inhale in the middle. Exhale, left leg back, right arm out to the side. Inhale, pick up the back leg and sweep your right arm forward. So you're in table with the extension of the right arm, left leg. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to bring left knee towards your nose, right arm straight back. Come forward again. One more time, left knee toward the nose, right arm reaches straight back. Extend back out. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale, table. Exhale, right leg back, left arm out. Inhale, lift the leg, take the arm forward. Exhale, bring knee to nose, arm straight back. Do that one more time, where you extend the leg and the arm, and then you bring everything in towards midline. It goes back out. You've got the right leg lifted, left arm straight ahead. Take the left arm out to the side. And exhale, lower. Inhale in the middle. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow pose. How do I stay present with each movement? Exhale, cat. Inhale, table. Exhale, left leg back, right arm out. Inhale, pick up the leg, take the arm forward. Exhale, draw the left knee and right arm straight back. Forward. Exhale into center. Forward. Exhale, right arm out to the side. And exhale, lower. Inhale, cat. And exhale, child's pose. Inhale, come back to cat. Exhale, table. Step the left foot forward, right knee forward, just like a little, you're beginning to crawl. Inhale there, exhale, cat. Stay in your cat shape. Inhaling cat. Exhale, back towards, partway towards a child's pose. Inhale, cat. Exhale, you're gonna step the hands and the knees back to being even. Inhale there. Exhale, step the right hand, left knee forward. Inhale, cat. Exhale towards a modified child's pose. Inhale back to cat. Exhale, step right foot, left knee back. There's symmetry. Inhale there and exhale, child's pose. Taking a moment here in child's pose, just to connect to the ground, to connect to your breath. And also that, just the space of your heart. All right, and then walk yourself back up. Bring your blocks. So they'll be on your mat. So you've got them out in front of you. All right. And then let's take downward facing dog with hands on blocks. If downward dog isn't the right pose for you today, you could also do puppy. Otherwise, I have my hands on my blocks. I'm actually have a couple of my fingers wrapped around my blocks, my thumb. I mean, you can, since our calves are probably a little tight, we're going to use the blocks right now. And you're strongly reaching toward the hands by taking the rib cage and pelvis away. And deep breathing, please. Back of the heart still lifted. And with your next exhale, step your left foot forward. So you'll be in a low lunge with the back knee lifted, hands on your blocks. So I want some space in my body. And right now I can notice that with the left foot forward, if I just turn my pelvis just the slightest bit towards the right, I get a little more space at the front hip. Inhaling, and then we're going to exhale, left foot back, dog. Inhale, right foot forward. Low lunge. How is the movement of your breath? Are you still really working with the breath through all your movement? Inhale again back to downward facing dog. Exhale in downward facing dog. Your next inhale, let's come to plank with our hands on our blocks. So in your plank pose with hands on blocks, where's the base of the skull? Is your upper back still meeting the front of your shoulder blades? Good, and exhale back, downward facing dog. Deep inhale. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Now come to fingertips on your blocks. And take your right arm straight out to the side. And reach your left arm forward. And inhale, come upright. Reaching all the way from, can you find the front of the left hip open? Open up as you reach all the way up through the left hand. Another deep inhale, and exhale, slowly come forward. Right arm is out to the side, left arm straight ahead, press into the right heel. And then we'll lower both hands and step back, downward facing dog. And what is it like? What is the left side of the body like? What is the front of the left hip like? Even now, when we have both hips, in flexion, how are they different? And that front hip crease from the pubic bone all the way to the greater trochanter. Let's inhale, step the right foot forward. No, let's do left foot. Sorry, left foot forward. Then we'll come up to fingertips. And then can you take your left arm out to the side, palm towards the floor, and reach your right arm forward alongside your right ear. Inhale, upright. So now the left palm can either be facing forward or up towards the sky. Reach strongly back through the right inner thigh on the back leg. Tone that right inner thigh. When you tone the right inner thigh, those adductors toward the inseam of the right leg, what happens at the front of your right hip? Lift your heart. Reach out the fingers of the right hand. Exhale, begin to come forward, reaching down into the left heel, firmly into the left heel. Lower both hands. And we'll inhale, step forward, Uttanasana. You're going to exhale in your Uttanasana. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. And inhale, come all the way up. Arms overhead. Exhale your hands back in front of the heart. Just really nurturing that space of the heart to allow maybe the possibility of hearing my own needs, but also able to hear someone else's. And then release the arms. And let's take side angle pose. So we'll step the feet wide apart. And we'll go to your right side first. So the feet will go towards the right. So you'll have a block or two at your right outer shin. Great. There we go. And when you're ready, inhale your arms out wide. And exhale, side angle, Parsvakonasana. Now let's take your left arm. And for a moment, let's take it down. It's going down towards your back leg. And then it's coming all the way forward by the front shin. And let's look at that hand for a moment. So the gaze toward your left hand. Inhale, take the arm straight out. It's the palm is towards the ground. Turn the palm to face so the thumb is upright. Keep the gaze at the hand. And now, can you take your arm forward? Can you follow that gaze? Is your neck okay if you follow it? And then open the heart. The gaze might then leave the hand. And it might be straight ahead, and it might be towards the sky. And then we'll inhale, come all the way up. We'll lift with the arm. And then straighten the front leg, release the arms, spin the feet the other way. And inhale, take the arms out. And exhale. You're coming towards side angle. So as you bring your left hand down towards a block, let's take the right arm and dangle it. Let's take it straight out to the side, palm towards the floor. See the hand. So you're looking at your hand, turn it thumb up. And then can you follow it? I'm not asking you to do any harm to your neck, but keep the gaze toward the hand. And when you no longer want to, it feels uncomfortable, then keep the chest turning. The gaze can come forward. And then where's your breath? Can you practice the balanced breath right now? Wonderful. And then let's inhale, come up. Arms out, straight legs. Make the feet parallel, relax both arms. If you need blocks, we're going to take a wide-legged forward fold. Bring the blocks around to being right in front of you. Hands up on your hips. Lift at the top of the breastbone. And exhale, start to bow forward. All right, so you're bowing forward, hands can come down. And let's have the wrists be under the shoulders because we're gonna take a twist. And you can bring a block, let's say, to the space in between your two hands. Put your left hand up on that block. And then here, your right hand. You see your right hand. And can you reach all the way down into the left hand as you follow your right hand off to the right? It comes halfway. Still reaching down into the block. Reach down. Follow the gaze. It doesn't have to go, the hand might not go that far, but the gaze. Reach into the block. And exhale. Follow the hand as your right hand is coming back down, and you're gonna switch your hands on this block. Inhale and exhale. Reach into the hand on the block. And fine, there's your left arm dangling. Take the gaze and follow it as you reach into the earth, but turn the gaze with the hand. Reach down into the ground. And slowly, as you come back, take the head, the eyes, the hand. And then you come back to center. Walk the hands out, downward dog arms. You might be up on your finger pads. You might be on your blocks. Balance the weight between the heel and the ball of your foot. So the shoulder blades are reaching toward the upper arm bones, reaching to the hands. How does the heart reach to the hands? The front, the back. And how does my rib cage reach towards the pelvis? And then let's shift, walk the hands back. Take them to the hips and inhale, come back up. And let's step the feet together. We're gonna take tree pose. So if you want to be close to a wall, you could go stand at the wall. We'll stand on your right leg first. So you would have your left side close to a wall. And then when you're ready, shift the weight towards the right standing leg. And bring your left foot up. Arms can either be wide in front of the heart or alongside your ears. The hands, the heart to the hands, the inner side of the foot. Exhale, release. Second side, really staying in midline, shifting the weight to the left, reaching into the ground, knowing the ground. The ground gives you stability, support, and the ability to reach away from the earth. So then you bring your other foot up. And the arms are in any position. Release. Let the arms dangle and just stand in Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, lift both arms. Exhale, bow forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale halfway. And exhale, fold. Your next inhale, rise all the way up. And your exhale, hands in front of the heart. Release both arms. Step the feet out for a triangle pose. We'll go to the right. Both feet are going to turn right. And when you're ready, inhale, lift the arms. And exhale. We head towards triangle. Let's bring the left hand to the pelvis. As you bring your right hand down to a block or something. All right. So let's take the left arm. Drop it down. And then just like you did when you were in side angle, take it palm towards the ground, straight out. So the palm's facing the floor. You see your hand. Now, start to turn your heart towards the sky. Turn the heart up. The hand is going up a little, but you're turning the heart. The hand has even, moved because the whole arm is moved. Then you might, if your neck is okay, you'll keep taking the hand up. If your neck bothers you, just keep the gaze straight ahead. But reach out the fingers. Is the weight balanced in the hips? And we're going to inhale, come to standing. Reach through the top hand. Exhale, relax the arms. Let's go to the second side. And so we're doing this work of following the eyes to the hands in a way of working more with the brain. A little bit more in regards to the brain and the connection to the hands and this whole neurological piece. Just inhale the arms out, second side. Exhale, triangle. So I'm going to bring the back hand on the hip. You're lengthening out the front inner thigh towards the knee. Yeah, so if the front, you might remember, if the front inner thigh is lengthening towards the knee, and on the back leg, there's tone at the inseam of the inner thigh. Then we're going to take the right hand straight out, palm facing the ground. I see the hand. And I'm going to start turning the heart towards the sky. Turn my heart. And then my hand went up in space some. If my neck is okay, I'm going to follow my hand. And if not, my hand will rise and I'll just keep looking straight ahead. Reaching into the legs, strong in the legs, rooting into the earth. And then inhale, coming back up. Lift both arms up. Good. Exhale, spin the feet in. And let's take inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, bow forward. One more, wide-legged forward fold. And here, let's walk the arms out again, downward dog arms. Great. You might hop your feet to center, towards each other, and then shift your hands to the hips and come to stand. And hands back in front of the heart. Release the arms. All right, let's take, I want to do a sun salutation with you. We're going to do a little work on that sun salutation when we're down on the floor on the belly. But bring your blocks forward. Bring your hands in front of your heart. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower the knees. Inhale, lower your chest. And exhale, just rest all the way down to the ground. Let's reach the arms straight ahead so they're going overhead like a superhero. And with your next inhale from the right inner thigh, lift the right leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right arm. And maybe the back of the head a little bit. Exhale, lower. And inhale, left. Left arm, base of the skull. Exhale, lower. Slide the arms wide. Palms toward the floor. Inhale, right leg and the back of the left arm. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left leg and the right arm. It's out to the side. Exhale, lower. Slide the hands back in position for a cobra. So you're going to tone both inner thighs on the back legs and inhale, cobra pose. So you're pulling the hands towards the feet. You feel the heart lifting. Exhale, lower. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, child's pose. You can, if the knees and ankles are okay, take the sit bones toward the heels. Slide the hands back. And I like to either stack my fists for my forehead, or sometimes I bring my palms together and I spread my fingers wide and I rest my forehead on my extended thumbs. It all just depends on, your shape. And then with your next inhale, walk yourself back to all fours. And exhale, downward facing dog. So in this downward dog, as you strongly reach into the finger pads and knuckles, and the rib cage away from the hands. And then let's walk your hands towards your feet. Shift your hands to your hips and inhale, come up to standing. So in standing, you shift your weight towards your right leg and just take the left foot back with the toes on the ground. So you're standing over your right leg. And inhale, take the arms out wide. Reach down into the ground. Feel on the right leg, the inseam of the right inner thigh is really toning. So the whole, the right inner thigh is toning towards the middle of the inner right thigh bone. And exhale, can you pick up your back leg? Start to take the torso down. And then come back up. Bring both feet together, relax the arms. Close your eyes. You might even notice, like from that standing on the right leg, and that toning in towards the middle, the inside of the inner right thigh we've been working with, just what the right leg is like right now. How long does it feel compared to the other one? How integrated is it? How would you describe it? All right, let's take your other side. So you're gonna step right toes back. Just the toes are just back there, but it's the left leg right now that I'm gonna tone into the inseam of my inner left leg. Inhale, reach the arms out. And exhale, pick up the back leg. Start to bring the torso towards the ground as the back leg lifts. And come back up. Both feet together, relax the arms. And drop inside. What is the quality? One more time, we're going back to the right leg. Right leg. So if you want to be, if you want to have a wall out in front of you, you can. Well, I'm gonna say to you, I'm gonna do the same thing with the arms wide, and then you're gonna have the option. You're gonna be standing on the right leg. It'll be left arm forward, right arm back. So that'll be the cross crawl once we're standing. So you're going to take the left toes back. Both inner thighs are going to be strong. It's the standing leg one that is really engaged, but once you start lifting the back leg, don't lose that one either. You want them both. Inhale the arms out. And exhale, start to pick up the back leg. Lower the torso. Left arm forward, right arm back. And upright. Relax both arms. second side. I mean, obviously you can linger as long as you like. I'm just giving some guidance. Inhale the arms out. Exhale, lift the back leg. Strong standing leg. The knee is straight. Reach out the ball of the lifted leg. Tone the back inner thigh. Right arm forward, left arm back. Upright. Relax both arms. So let your attention drop in. Close your eyes. Sometimes in a balanced pose, keeping the eyes closed, but right now, like sometimes when we go into something, a place where we're like, wow, we start thinking too much, and it's almost like David White is saying, like, just beyond you. What beckons you? What calls to you? All right, so let's grab, we're gonna take this pose where we're gonna sit on 2 blocks. Some of us are gonna want a blanket to go under the ankles. We're just gonna take that brief visit into a twist. But with this twist, we can have our heels up on the blanket. And let's take a strap. So we haven't done much flexion right now. I'm gonna put my heels up on my blanket and I'm gonna sit on these blocks. Take the strap and make it into a loop. Make a loop in your strap. That loop is gonna go around the knee, the shin and the thigh. All right, feet are together, knees together. Strap here to hold this all together. And then let's take the tail of the strap around your left outer hip, and it comes all the way around. I'm gonna reach my right hand all the way around to my left outer hip to grab onto that tail. And then, can you bring your left elbow, armpit to the outside of the right thigh? And yes, the left knee went a little forward. And there's a twist to the right. And you might remember, if you were here last Friday, we let the lower ribs slide down a little here. Lower ribs slide down as here the liver is turning right. And then we'll exhale. Come back to center. Take the tail, bring it around the right side, left hand, thumb down, reaches all the way around to that right outer hip, grabs the strap. And then you're gonna take your right, either elbow, armpit, you're twisting towards the left. And the right knee did slide forward some, but I don't know, I don't need to over exaggerate that. What happens when you let the heart turn in a little more? Let the heart turn down slightly. And like the heart is going in for a moment to reconnect. And then we're going to come back to center. Great. Take this loop off. And now, and you're going to come off of your blocks. Straighten both legs. And I want to take that honey drip pose. So if you take one of your blankets and fold it lengthwise, like that, so that you're going to have the nice rolled end. That's, my shoulders are going to be there. I'm going to take my other blanket and meet it end to end. I'll sit on my blankets, and then I'm going to come all the way so that the tops of my shoulders find the floor. My legs are going to be straight. If this is something bothering your low back, you could have your knees bent, feet on the floor, and the knees resting on each other. Otherwise, some of us will have the legs straight and just the tops of the spine of the scapula, the shoulders, please make sure they're on the floor. You'll feel the blanket probably right behind the heart space. Arms out wide. If the backs of the wrists are comfortable resting on the ground. You can slide the arms in a way that you feel the back of the wrist on the floor. Once the wrist picks up, you've taken the arms too far overhead. Can you drop back into your balanced inhale and exhale now? You're going to take 2 more breaths like this, 2 more balanced breaths. And when you get to the bottom of your next exhale, you'll bend both knees and roll down to one side. Use your arms and push yourself back up. Great. All right, so now let's take one of those blankets in the same position, only I'm gonna spin the rounded edge so it'll meet my pelvis will be on the ground. If I have another blanket, I'm going to put it to go underneath the head. Yes, and so I'm not sitting on the blanket. And here I can take either. I might have another blanket. I just so happen to, imagine that, here at the studio, I have a lot of blankets. That could go under my knees. If I don't have that kind of support, I could put blocks or pillows under the outer thigh so that when I lie back, this is Shavasana. Again, pelvis is on the ground. Either the outer knees are supported or there's a blanket underneath my knees if I decide to have my legs straight. So maybe I'm like, oh, I want to have the front of my hips a little more open. I might choose the straight leg version. And here, you're coming down to resting. there is a road always beckoning. When you see the two sides of it closer together at that far horizon and deep in the foundations of your own heart at exactly the same time, that's how you know it's the road you have to follow. That's how you know it's where you have to go. That's how you know you have to go. That's how you know, just beyond yourself, it's where you need to be. And allowing your breath to deepen. Awakening your body to movement. And then making a mindful transition over to one side. And using the support of your arms to come back up to sitting. Just taking a moment to drop back into the breath, to notice the quality of your mind. And that space of your heart. Bring your hands together in Anjali Mudra. Namaste. Thank you for being here this morning. I'm going to just stop this recording.